big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, Wayne. 44 for Mike. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Gun. 3 wide. Hey, Charlie. They gonna need some therapy.
First and 10 here for Flacco. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Flacco from midfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Come on, dude. Check three, check three, check three.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
13.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's go! Get ready. 1-1. Get ready.
Foles. And that will be incomplete. The All-Pro Von Miller there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Fofo's the one. Watch Fofo. Watch QB drop. Block it.
Throwing on second and long. Flacco got his man complete over the middle. That's Lindsey. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Gun. Wide motion.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Tyler Ervin back deep. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4. Let's go.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working out it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had 2 drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
We're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Flacco's throw there, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Switch. Gun. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh?
Flacco. And he's got Hireman. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jeff Hireman, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now it's Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll go option to the short side. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Here's Foles. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
39-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get it first.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Roger, 5-0. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
After the sack on 1st down, Flacco throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Flacco. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Easy. Hey, watch the slant. Check. Lucky.
Now Foles completes it to Lee. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Seth DeValve, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Lindsey, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Flacco. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Bravo.
Now Flacco. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
51, Mike 51.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Foles. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Broncos take over 1st and
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
He's coming. One day. He's coming.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Block it. Hey, Haywood. 44, Mike, 44. Hey, what? Understand.
Flacco from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Flacco now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, tight. Gun. Motion. 44 is the mark.
Riddick with a carry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Regular. 44's the mic. Hey, orbit.
Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Mike's 50. Red. This way, coming this way. Here we go. Smooth.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Flacco now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Flacco will take to the air again. He's going to go for a big... It's caught inside the 25. Give him 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check 43. Great. 36.
He'll have a first down past the 40. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now back to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When it's 3rd and goal, you don't need to make a heroic play. You just need to make a play and able to knock that one away. That was really nice.
Yeah, I don't think going for the interception, like you said, just wanted to make sure that the ball hit the ground, and it did.
I'm going to call heroic anyway.
The kick by Lambeau is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points.
Let's go.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
I'm going back to you.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the...
And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll look to throw here. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Miles Jack with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a 3rd-round pick on him, but it was Phillip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the #1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad rookie campaign, 521 yards and 5 touchdowns as the backup. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 16-yard
Rewind. Check 31, check 31. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Yellow, yellow.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. and it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go! Go, Mike 34, Mike 34. Watch the run, watch the run.
Fournette, a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a second and long.
Let's go, great. Check Mike 34, Mike 34. Greystone, have it. It's going to be a long day.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hatchet. Watch twist. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, look. Hayden Cole. Yes.
Again, it's Fournette. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Let's go.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Flacco. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To pass, Flacco. And Latimer's got it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, That tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jaguars, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.